The world changed the moment travelers realized war no longer stays confined to battlefields. In 2026, the escalating conflicts surrounding Iran stopped feeling like distant geopolitics discussed by analysts on television and began pressing directly against the ordinary lives of travelers across the planet. Suddenly, a family trying to book summer flights to Europe found ticket prices doubled. A businessman stranded in Dubai stared anxiously at airport departure boards as airspace restrictions spread across the region. Cruise routes shifted overnight. Shipping lanes froze. Oil surged violently. Insurance companies panicked. Airlines rerouted flights around dangerous corridors of airspace stretching across the Middle East. And somewhere deep beneath the surface of modern civilization, humanity felt something unsettling awaken again. The realization that globalization is fragile. Because the 2026 Iran war is not merely a regional conflict. It is a pressure fracture running directly through the arteries of the modern world. The most important word in this entire crisis is not war. It is Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow stretch of water most ordinary people had barely heard of before 2026, suddenly became the center of global anxiety. Roughly 1/5 of the world's oil supply normally passes through this corridor. When conflict intensified between Iran, the United States, Israel, and regional actors, the strait became heavily restricted and commercial shipping nearly collapsed. Tankers were attacked. Insurance premiums exploded. Naval escorts became necessary. Global energy markets entered panic mode, and travelers everywhere began paying the price immediately. Jet fuel is the blood of modern aviation. Once oil prices surged and shipping routes destabilized, airlines around the world entered survival mode. Ticket prices climbed rapidly. Budget airlines struggled under unbearable fuel costs. Routes were cut, flights were consolidated, delays increased. Entire travel plans collapsed beneath economic pressure. Spirit Airlines, already weakened financially, became one of the first major casualties, openly linking fuel volatility tied to the Iran conflict to its inability to survive. For travelers, the war transformed from a headline into an invoice. Suddenly, vacations became more expensive. Road trips became heavier financial decisions. International travel shifted from spontaneous adventure back toward careful planning. Families began reconsidering destinations not because they feared missiles directly, but because the ripple effects of geopolitical instability reached gas pumps, airfare searches, cruise pricing, hotel costs, and supply chains worldwide. That is the hidden power of modern war. It no longer needs to physically reach your city to alter your life. The psychological atmosphere